You live, sis.
Shabbat shalom,
Shalom, you
everyone.
live.
Shabbat shalom, everyone. I hope everyone is having a blessed Shabbat thus far. Um, First of all, I'd like to give all honor and praise to the Most High, the supreme intellect of the universe, the God of our forefathers, the God of Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, for allowing us all to be here tonight on this holy Shabbat day. I'm nervous, so if you hear me breathing heavy, that's because I'm really nervous, but I'm gonna try to get over it. Um, Secondly, I'd like to give due respect to the leader, teacher, and founder of Shema Israel, Chief Principal Ben Zavulun. Then giving due respect to my Abba, Chief Elazar Ben Lewi. Then showing respect to my husband, Nasi Yashuvel, and to the nation of Israel. Shabbat Shalom. Um, to open up the forum tonight or the conversation, my lesson, I like to go to Psalms 92. My reader is Talia, so she's debuting tonight as a scribe. Psalms 92. Hallelujah.
Psalm 92. A psalm of song for the Shabbat day. Is it a it is a good thing to give thanks unto the Lord and to sing praises to our name, O exalted one, to relate your kindness in the dawn and your faithfulness in the night. Upon the instrument 10 strings, upon the psaltery, upon the harp with the psalm sound. Upon a 10 string instrument, upon the lyre, the string accompanied by the harp. For you have gladdened me, O Lord, with your deeds. At the works of your hands I sing glad songs. How great are your deeds, O Lord! Your thoughts are most profound. A boy cannot know, nor can a fool understand it. When the wicked bloom as grass and all the doers of iniquity blossom, it's as is to be destroyed eternally. But you remain exalted forever, O Lord. For see your enemies, O Lord, see your enemies shall perish. All doers of iniquity shall be scattered. You arise, my pride, like the of a wild ox. I will saturate it with ever fresh oil. My eyes have seen your religate foes, for those who have harmed me and rise up against me. My ears shall hear a righteous man will flourish like a palm tree. He will grow like a cedar in Lebanon. They will flourish, planted in the house of the Lord, in the courtyard of our God. They shall be with fruit in old age. They shall be fat and flourishing, to declare that the Lord is upright. He is my rock, and there is no unrighteousness in him. Hallelujah.
Um, Next, Psalms 125.
Psalms 125. Hallelujah. They that trust in the Lord are like Mount Zion, that does not falter, but assides forever. Jerusalem mountain surrounded it, and the Lord surrounds his people, from the time and forever. For the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous, so the righteous shall not stretch forth their hands into iniquity. Do good, O Jehovah, to those that be good, and to them that are upright in their hearts. But those who turn to their perseverance, the Lord must lead them with the wicked, with the doers of iniquity. But peace shall be upon Israel. Hallelujah.
And Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4 through 15.
Hallelujah. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. You shall love the Lord or your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. These words which I command thee this day shall be in thy heart, and you shall teach them diligently to thy children. And you shall talk to them when thou sittest in thy house, when thou walkest by the way, when you lie down, and when you rise up. Tie them as a sign on your arm and as a headband between your eyes, and inscribe them to the doorpost of your house and on your gates. And it shall be when the Lord your God bring you into the land that he has sworn to your forefathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give it to you large and thriving cities that you do not build, houses full of every good thing which you did not fill, and well which you did not hew out, vineyards and olive trees which you did not plant, and thou shalt eat and be satisfied. Take care lest you forget the Lord who took you out of Egypt and from the place of slavery. Fear the Lord your God, worship him, and then you may swear by his name. Do not follow after other gods from the gods of the nations who surround about you. For the Lord of your God is a jealous God among you. Let the anger of the Lord your God stir against you and destroy you from the face of the earth. Hallelujah.
Okay. Um, Tonight, my discussion or my lesson is going to be brief, but I wanted to talk about something that is needed in Israel and in America as a whole, um, honoring your parents. Growing up, my parents, my Abba always instilled, and everyone knows my Abba, Chief Elazar Ben Lewi. Everybody knows how strict and diligent he is. Um, but he had his ways on showing us ways to honor him and all adults. He had his strict ways, and um, there's no limitations to honoring your parents. No matter how old you get, if you even if you get your own apartment, you know you move out. Okay, some children may say, when I get older, I'm gonna do whatever I want, and I'm gonna live by myself, and I don't have to listen to my parents anymore. It doesn't go like that. There's no limitation. There's no age limit to honoring your parents. And if you define the word honor in Hebrew, it's kibed. It means to show honor, high respect, reverence, recognition, high privilege. All of that relates to your parents. So even if you feel, okay, she's not, your parents are not in this way of life, I don't have to respect them. No, that's not how it goes. You're supposed to honor and respect your parents until forever. Nowadays, I don't know where the children of 2018 are getting um, their thoughts from. I see a lot of children talking back to their parents, yelling at their parents, and even come to the limits of hitting their parents. And it shows that they have no connection with the Most High, because your parents are your first gods. Before you even know anything about the Most High, your parents are your first gods. And for a child to even think that it's okay to disrespect their parents, they're far from the Most High. Um, a lot of children think that, okay, because I'm at school, I don't have to respect my parents. No, the Tanakh speaks about worshiping and honoring your parents both in word and deed. So even if you're outside of the presence of your parents, you have to respect it. If your parents telling you, hey, don't behave this way while you're in school, don't behave this way while you're at work, you have to uphold that, and you have to maintain that respectful behavior. Um, I was reading this week in Sirach, and I bumped into a couple of verses in Sirach chapter 3. So I'm going to have to go to Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 3. You can start. You can start reading.
Chapter 3. Hear me, your father, O children, and do thereafter thee, that they may be safe. For the Lord hath given the father honor over the children, and has confirmed the authority of the mother over the sons. Whoso honoreth his father maketh atonement for his sins, and he that honoreth his mother is as one that layeth up treasure.
Okay, that verse right there should give every child an eye opener. It says, if you honor your parents, it's like you found a treasure. It's like you have a treasure. That's a wild card. That's something. That's your trump card. That's something that you can hold with you forever. Um, I just don't understand why children think that when they get a certain age, they don't have to respect their parents. I mean, kids are like that these days, and it's like a disease now with these children. Now you have children now that if the parents say something to a child, they answer them, yeah, okay. They don't answer them, yes, mom, or Kane Ema, or yes, ma'am. It's like they don't care. And then most time forbid something happens to the parent, then they want to cry, oh mom, I miss you. But no, it's kind of too late for that. It's too late for all of that. You respect your parents now because no one knows the days of the day that they're gonna die. And you don't want to wait until your parent is ill or sick to try to do something for your parents. You start from now, because Honoring your parents is as if you have a treasure. And everybody knows treasures are something very valuable. Respect your parents at all times. Continue. Um, you read verse 4?
You mean to start with that?
No, you can go to verse 12.
My son, help thy father in his age, and grieve him not as long as he liveth. And if his
Repeat
understanding
that.
fail.
Repeat that verse.
Verse 12. My son, help thy father in his age.
Okay, help thy father in his age. Not put thy father in a nursing home. Not slap that father upside the head and say, "Hey, you dummy, you don't understand. Dang, you getting old. Dang, man, shoot. I wish you would just, dang, you get on my nerves." And that's what I'm hearing now. You see a lot of children putting their parents in nursing homes and leaving them there and waiting to cash out on the life insurance. That's wicked. That's wicked and evil. You should want to stay with your parents, stay around your parents. If your parents live in their house, live in your house, or you live with them, your parents are getting old, get a house for your parents. Don't put your parents in a nursing home. That's trifling. That's extremely trifling to put your parent in a nursing home, because when your parent gave birth to you, held on to you for 10 months, went through hell and high water to deliver you, and then this is how you repay your parent? There's no way that a child can repay their parents from what they did. And the parents raising them up, feeding them, clothing them, educating them. There's no way you can repay your parents. There's no amount of money that you can repay your parents. And how you do that? You do that by honoring and respecting them. I live in Georgia. My parents, they live in New York. If my Abba called me now and tell me, "Hey, Atara, I want you to do such and such and this and this and this," I better do it. There's no Abba, no, I can't do that, or no, I live by myself. I live with my husband now. I can't honor you. Same thing goes with Nasi Yeshuva. If principal call here and tell him to do something, he better run and do it. That's just how it is. There's no limitations that, well, I'm old now, so I don't have to listen to you, Dad. Or your dad's name is John. John, I don't have to listen to you, John. No, you have to respect and honor your parents. It's Ima or mother, yes ma'am, Cain Ima, and you honor and respect your parents. Continue reading.
Let me finish that verse.
Read it again.
Read it again.
Verse 13.
And if his understanding fail, have patience with him, and despise him not when thou art in thy full strength.
It says if his understanding fail, meaning if he gets Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, he gets old, take your time and be patient with him. Because remember, when you were younger and she had to educate you and you didn't understand how to read certain words, you didn't understand how to add numbers and do math and geometry, she might have got a little impatient and upset with you, but she didn't give up on you. Most parents don't give up on their children. You have some parents that do that now, but for the most part, parents don't give up on their children like that. So it's unlawful for you to give up on your parents when they get old and senile. And I was also reading this week in Nehemiah. I don't remember the chapter where the Most High speaks about Father Abraham's faithfulness. He was faithful to his father. You ever question yourself or ask yourself why the Most High chose Father Abraham outside of his brothers? It's because of Father Abraham. He was with his father. He stayed with his father until the Most High told him, "Okay, now's the time for you to leave." And how old was he when he left his father's house? He was 75. He wasn't 18. "I'm grown now, Mary Lou. I'm leaving. I'm 18. I'm grown. You can't tell me what to do. I'm out." You graduate high school, you think you're grown now, you out. No, it don't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Because you think you know it all, but when you go out there, 9 times out of 10, you're going to end up calling back home and asking your parent, "Hey, what do I do in this situation?" Or, "Can I come back home?" It just doesn't make no sense. Keep your parents with you at all times. Even if you live out of state, you call them and check on your parents. Go visit them. They're getting old and you have your house, bring them with you. Keep reading.
What verse is going?
You ended at 13? You keep going.
But the reliving of thy father shall not be forgotten, and instead of his sins it shall be added to the building up.
So the Most High is saying in this chapter here, your deeds is going to be remembered in the time of judgment. So when you respect your parents and you do for your parents and you honor them, it's going to be remembered. It's going to be points towards you in the day of judgment. The Most High is going to remember that, just like how the Most High sorry, just like the Most High remembered the king that he added the 15 years to. I have a brain fart. Uh, King Hezekiah, I believe. The Most High said, "Okay, I remember now. You did follow my laws. You did you did do that. You was faithful. So the Most High is going to remember you in a time of judgment when you respect and honor your parents." I just I wanted to bring talk about this subject because there's a lot of children nowadays, even in this way of life, that think that honoring your parents is something played out. Well, no, we don't do that no more in 2018. That's played out, and it's just not right, and it's unlawful and unrighteous. Um, I said it was going to be short, and I hope I didn't mumble over my words, but I hope that my point was clear. I hope that the children nowadays take heed into what I was saying as far as like reading the Tanakh, honoring your parents, respecting your parents, because you never know when it's going to be your time to be a parent, and when you have your child is definitely going to do you 3 times worse than how you did to your parent. And it says that also later on, if you read the whole chapter of Sirach, chapter 3, it clearly states that your children is going to do you 2 and 3 times worse than how you did your parent. So when you think you have it good now, when you wax fat and you kick, you have a good job, you moved out of your parents' house, and you think you have it good. As soon as you have that first child, you'll see exactly what happened. Your child's gonna do 10 times worse than how you did to your parents. So it will behoove that we all continue to respect our parents, check on your parents, honor your parents, and just take heed to them, because you never know when you're gonna lose them. And there's a lot of people that I see now that are losing their parents, and it's unfortunate. And I'm sure that those people look back and say, I wish I would have done things differently, or I wish I would have said this to her or him before my parents left. Those of you who have parents, you have an opportunity now to make it good with your parents. If you're not on good terms with your parents, which I hear a lot of kids saying, "Oh, me and my parents don't get along." Who says that? Who says that now? Who says me and my parents don't get along? You have to make it good with your parents. Your parents don't have to come and make it good to you, make it good with you. You have to make it good with your parents. So all that, I don't get along with my mother. I don't get along with my mother, or I don't know. I'm not rocking with my father right now, or he bugging. No, you can't say that stuff. It's just not right. And I just wish that these children nowadays and older people, 30s and 40s and 50s, if you have your parents and they're still alive, respect and honor them, because you never know when you're gonna need your parent. Um, so I'd like to thank the congregation of Shema for allowing me to speak on this topic. And before I go, I would like to um, just briefly talk about Goshen and the project Goshen. We will be having our first Pesach in Goshen. I'm not going to go too much into detail because it's Shabbat, but if you'd like more information, you can hit us up, hit Shema up, contact Shema or Chief Yashar, Nasi Yashuvel, Nasi Rav, and they'll give you more information. But I'd like to thank the Most High God for allowing me to be here tonight to speak on that topic. I wish I wasn't so nervous, because I know when I get off alive, I'm gonna wish I said a lot of things, but I hope that my point was taken well, and I hope I got my point across. And I'd like to close out with saying a prayer. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Oh, Most High, God and God of our forefathers, the God of Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yisrael, I'd like to give thanks to you for showing me mercy and allowing me to wake up this morning and allowing me to experience another Holy Shabbat day. I thank the Most High God for my family here in Georgia, my family in New York. I thank the Most High God for allowing me to still have my parents alive. And I thank the Most High God for the opportunity to still be able to talk with them and honor and respect them. And I ask the Most High God that you would hear our prayers and answer us. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.